It was the ultimate Bond movie, just with more Kardashians and slightly fewer explosions. Kris Jenner turned the big 7-0, and the momager celebrated the milestone in a truly cinematic style.
Somebody must not be feeling well.
So Kris Jenner just threw her 70th birthday bash, and while the night looked glamorous on the surface, it reportedly ended in complete disaster. Something serious went down at the event, serious enough that guests ended up calling an ambulance. And even though the Kardashians did everything they could to keep the paparazzi under control, footage of that ambulance still leaked online. Now the wild part, people are claiming the FBI is looking into what happened. Witnesses say guests were being quietly escorted out while red and blue lights flashed around the property. And the whole situation has fans saying one thing: this has Diddy-style chaos written all over it. So what really happened at Kris's party? And is there actually an investigation? Let's break it down. Kris Jenner went all out for her 70th. The entire event looked like it was lifted straight out of The Great Gatsby. Champagne towers, endless caviar, a full Bruno Mars performance. Everything was over the top luxury. And the theme? James Bond. Safe to say, Kris had everyone's jaw on the floor.
Yours is fab.
Okay.
Wow. Your makeup, your hair, wow.
The whole thing.
You look amazing.
And let's not even get started on the guest list. Fans spotted Oprah Winfrey, Adele, Mariah Carey, Snoop Dogg, Paris Hilton, Sarah Paulson, Naomi Watts, and even Prince Harry and Meghan Markle in the crowd. Yes, it was exactly as insane as it sounds. According to one insider, Kris's parties are always legendary, but this one? It blew every previous event out of the water. And the wildest part? Kris didn't pay a single dime. Kim didn't have to open her wallet either. Because everything, from the food to the fireworks, was charged straight to Jeff Bezos' card. Apparently he told Kris, "It's your milestone, our treat." And honestly, he delivered. One source said the whole night was pure celebration, the perfect mix of glam, excess, and Kardashian-style affection. And it was obvious Kris was having the time of her life. But that's not the part the internet is obsessing over. Because Kris's party wasn't just glamorous, it was so loud and so wild that the neighbors reportedly started calling the police. According to TMZ, officers pulled up to Bezos' estate after multiple noise complaints. And get this, they didn't stop at one visit. They came back twice.
Bezos is in the neighborhood where this party was thrown, and the party got too loud, so he ended up calling the cops to have it shut down. A Bruno Mars live performance is allegedly what sent Bezos over the edge, by the way. Now apparently police were called out to visit the residence twice. The first time was for noise, the second time were for fake hedges that were apparently illegal, but since it was a Jenner party, they got away with only a warning from police.
But there's just one problem with this entire story. Jeff's estate is basically a fortress. People call it the privacy paradox for a reason. It's surrounded by private security, high walls, restricted access points, and layers of surveillance. So the idea that random neighbors could just call in noise complaints, or that cops could casually stroll up the driveway, doesn't exactly add up. The fences alone are some of the tallest in all of Beverly Hills, and that's not even the wild part. The mega mansion sits on 10 private acres, tucked so deep behind gates, guards, and greenery that you can barely even see the house from the street. So between the sky-high walls and Bezos-level security, there is no realistic way the neighbors heard the music, let alone called in multiple noise complaints. And that's exactly why the story isn't adding up for a lot of people. A $136 million estate doesn't get noise complaints, especially not in Beverly Hills. Just saying. But this is where things take a turn, because apparently the cops weren't the only ones who pulled up to the property. According to several reports, an ambulance was spotted leaving the estate toward the end of the night, and that's when the mystery around Kris's party exploded.
Somebody must not be feeling well.
The fact that an ambulance was called is no small detail. It's a huge deal. It instantly raised alarms online because if paramedics showed up, it means something serious happened and someone needed medical attention. But here's the wild part. The Kardashians are keeping everything under ultra-tight lockdown. No official reports, no statements. None of the A-list guests have said a single word. It's almost like everyone who attended took an oath to keep whatever happened off the record. And if that wasn't suspicious enough, pull up a seat, because guess who else insiders claim was at the party? Jay-Z and Beyonce. No public photos exist. exist. And they didn't post anything online, but multiple behind-the-scenes sources told TMZ the couple was quietly in attendance. Even Beyoncé's mom was spotted. Now, that alone wouldn't be strange if there weren't already months of wild internet rumors linking them to shady industry events. None of those rumors have ever been proven, but the timing has fans raising eyebrows. To the internet, their presence at Kris Jenner's party set off alarms. One fan wrote, "Jay-Z and B were there too. They caught a snap of Jay going in. Something's off. All those A-listers pulling up. It's strange." And once the speculation started, it just kept spiraling. Fans online began tossing out their own theories, everything from secretive celebrity behavior to bizarre ritual rumors. None of it confirmed, all of it pure fan speculation. But the timing of the ambulance only added fuel to the fire. Then things escalated even more. Someone online claimed this, some ritual stuff went down. Young people getting auctioned off. Sick. Again, completely unverified, but it shows how far the theories are spinning. With that kind of speculation flying around, the presence of an ambulance suddenly made more sense in the eyes of the internet. People started saying maybe someone had overdosed, gotten hurt, or had a medical emergency that required 911. And because
famously of which was Justin Bieber, because he was pictured with what appeared to be baking soda on the front of his pants. It wasn't baking soda.
And that's exactly why people online have started throwing around theories about who the next Diddy might be in the celebrity party world. Sure, Diddy may be facing legal consequences now, but the party culture people associate with him hasn't exactly disappeared. Some fans are convinced that Kris and Jeff are keeping that same atmosphere alive, just behind thicker gates and bigger NDAs. One person even commented, "Come on now, be serious. The birthday party was just an excuse to get all these folks in one place so they could meet and figure out how to move forward without Diddy. They probably needed to elect the next coordinator for their little inner circle. Somebody wasn't trying to get sacrificed." Again, all speculation, nothing confirmed, but the theories online are getting louder. And when you look at how these parties have been described, it's easy to see why people draw comparisons. Diddy's infamous white parties were known for the same ingredients: huge celebrity guest lists, strict NDAs, rumors about substances floating around, and funny enough,
an hour left. So get extra comfortable, kids, because after that, y'all gotta go. It's a wrap for y'all, because this thing turns into something that when y'all get older, y'all don't want to come to. Okay?
Freak-out parties. In attendance were celebrities, politicians, athletes, international dignitaries like British royalty, Prince Harry, and music label executives. Lil Rod claimed some of the biggest names in the recording industry sponsored these parties, with sex workers, drugs, and underage girls. The CEO of Universal Music, Lucian Grain.
And I was hired in the early 2000s to be a go-go dancer at Diddy's private white parties. I looked up to Diddy. He was an icon. He was innovative. I had dreams and goals to be in the entertainment industry. He would bring me to people. Diddy would sit me with certain people and for me to entertain them. There were private areas and private rooms of the house that, I had to walk people.
And that's exactly why people online are now claiming the FBI is looking into whatever happened at Kris's party. According to these so-called insider leaks, the Kardashians might be trying to sweep the situation under the rug, but the internet believes the feds are paying close attention, hoping to spot another Diddy-style scandal and shut down these alleged Hollywood freak-offs once and for all. What was meant to be Kris Jenner's most glamorous night of the decade has suddenly turned into the center of a swirling storm. Instead of everyone talking about the champagne towers and the A-list guests, the conversation has shifted to rumors of an FBI probe, and that alone is making a lot of people nervous. Between the unexplained ambulance call, the complete silence from every celebrity who attended, and the wave of conspiracy theories spreading all over social media, fans are convinced this wasn't just a birthday celebration. They think it was the perfect cover for something much darker.